Stays this evening, wherever you are, welcome. So before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Twakoksui Mahagujumeling, we humbly ask for blessings of love, light, guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so as mentioned this morning, we're going to talk about forgiveness. And to put things in proper context, we're going to address forgiveness on several levels. So, on one level, somebody has hurt you, you hold on to it, you're pissed off, it just keeps playing in your mind over and over again until you get so distracted that you release it, right? Or somebody hurt your feelings, and at some point you just say, anyway, I'm holding on to this. It's not really helping me. It's not serving me. Okay, I'll let it go. Or there are some people that say, oh, I'll never forget this because that person, has hurt me, and you hold on to it. And next time they say something else, it's just like you keep packing it in, all this pain. And one day, you start noticing that you're always miserable, you're always angry with everyone around you because of that one incident that happened a long time ago. And like qualities attract, you keep packing it in. So, that's one thing. Now, another way to look at it is something like this. A lot of you have studied, pain happens, but suffering is a choice, right? A lot of you attended Tony Robbins' event. He always uses that as an example. In the Buddhist tradition, the Four Noble Truths. There's suffering in life. What are the causes of suffering? This suffering can end. How do you end that suffering? And the third one, this suffering can end, if you dive deeper, is how fast does it end? How fast it ends, it's dependent on one thing. What is our response to it? So if somebody hurt you and you choose to hold on to it, then your suffering continues. If you choose to let it go, then your suffering ends. Then somebody goes, oh, you don't understand what I went through. Everybody goes through stuff. And the key there is to at least say, hey, I'm not going to let this affect me. All right? So, that's the what. Let's go into the details. So, energetically, which is the way we usually recommend how to process stuff, because once you understand it as energy, it becomes impersonal. You understand? It's impersonal. For example, when somebody is going through difficult times or something's happening to someone, it's easy for you to talk to someone, you talk to a friend, you go, you see that person there? If only he did this and she did that, this would have been taken care of. Now, if you look back in your life, you notice that if something similar happened to you, it's not so easy to say, oh, the way I understand it is they just have to do this, and it's over with. You notice that? Because it's not in you. It's somebody else's life. So it's easy to be, what do you call it? Armchair quarterback? They should have done this and that. That's exactly the point. When those negative emotions are building up inside of you, it's hard to be objective. So, there are many ways to do it. You can process it, talk to a counselor, talk it out with your friends, and sometimes we just kind of emotionally unload on someone. You go, oh, I feel better. I just emotionally vomited on you. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to understand it on the energy level. In other words, every thought, every emotion that we have is made of energy. In other words, no matter how happy you are, you're generating a certain frequency of energy. No matter how pissed off you are, it's a certain frequency of energy. And once you understand that it's energy, then you can look at it in a certain way that, hey, this is energy. I can create it. I can disintegrate it. And so I'm going to go back to the basics. Now, today's lecture, I'm going to warn you already, it's going to be a little longer because I want to really build this up because it's something very, very important. It affects your finances, affects your relationship, affects your health. So if some of you who are giving us feedback that said, this is taking too long, too much lecture, you want to meditate. So I would recommend you just go to bed, fall asleep, whatever, and then put an alarm on, and maybe in 15, 20 minutes we'll meditate. All right? The rest of you want to listen? Let's go for it. So when a person gets angry and upset, we generate a certain frequency or energy. The question is, where do you generate it? You generate it usually right here, below your sternum. It's called the solar plexus center. That's why when you're angry with someone, you're disappointed, you feel like a little heaviness, and you almost feel nauseated. That's because it builds up here in the solar plexus, okay? Now, if you let go and forgive, or you just say, anyway, let the matter pass, that energy starts to dissipate. Okay? Now, if you choose, you go, I didn't choose to, but if you didn't release it, you chose to keep it. It's as simple as that. If you don't actively say, okay, let the past be the past, let bygones be bygones, bury the hatchet, bury the whatever you're trying to bury, when you do that, that means it's released. If not, you're subconsciously holding on. Okay? So when you hold on to it, here's your front solar plexus. I apologize, some of you in the camera cannot see this. If you hold on to the solar plexus, hold on to it in the solar plexus, over a period of time, it builds up. Now, a lot of people say, oh, law of karma, law of this, and law of that, law of attraction. That's a popular one, right? People are talking about, oh, law of attraction, make your life wonderful. That's true. But the same law also applies that if you always feel angry and upset at someone, you also attract a lot of negative energy. Unfortunately, people just want to talk about the good stuff. They don't realize it works both ways. It's just like when you project negative thoughts at someone, the negative stuff bounces back at you. You project positive thoughts at someone, it bounces back at you. It's neutral. So this law of attraction is also neutral. So if you're angry and upset and you don't forgive, guess what? Next time, you don't forgive someone else or somebody's angry with you, you're angry with them, just the fact you're thinking about it, this energy build up like a gray cloud starts attracting that frequency. And before you know it, you go, that's strange. How come I look at this other person? He has nothing to do with that guy that I'm pissed off with, but somehow just looking at him, it reminds me. You notice that? It reminds me of that guy. So just looking at him, I don't trust him. It's not fair to that guy. He's got nothing to do with the other guy. Because like qualities attract. All right? So as it builds up here, from here, you don't let it go. It builds up, and it moves to your back solar plexus. You have 11 major chakras. Front solar plexus, it has a back counterpart called the back solar plexus in your mid-back. Over a period of time, that guy builds up like that. It almost looks like a Hunchback of Notre Dame. In the movie, the cartoon, whatever, it's a big old bunch like a hump like this, but it's made of energy. So then it manifests as back pain. And it manifests as, every time you look at someone, you just feel it's hard to be positive. I actually met a person, believe it or not, in class. I was talking about the same topic, and she goes, I must be doomed. I guess, why are you doomed? She goes, I just can't see anything good in anyone. I've been hurt so many times, I think everybody's bad. I'm going, what the heck are you doing in my class? I didn't say it that way. I was nice enough. I said, well, if that's how you think, then, okay, you're right. She was shocked. She was expecting me to say, oh, I know what you mean. No, I'm not going to waste my time trying to enable your bad behavior. That's stupid. So I just said, well, okay, well, if that's what you want. There's nothing I can do for you. No, but I want help. Okay, listen then. Do this, do that. I give her instructions. Because sometimes people are looking for a way to justify their dumb behavior. I'm not going to do that. Then I contributed to your... Anyway, all right. So it goes from the front solar plexus to the back solar plexus. Now, I'm going to focus on this a little bit because some of you are not aware that this anger, resentment that you're holding on is costing you money. Oh, now I got your attention, right? Because people say, oh, but it's okay, my relationship, yeah, it's being affected, but I don't want to affect my finance. Guess what? It affects your money. So let's break it down. You always hear about people say, oh, I'm a very loving person, I have a big heart, right? That's the heart chakra. It doesn't mean you have heart enlargement. It's talking about the heart center. When you love someone, the heart expands. So each of your chakras not only have energetic function of feeding life force or energy to your organs, it also has psychological function. So in pranic psychotherapy, which is what we do, pranic healing applied for emotional, psychological, or mental imbalances, we also understand each of the chakras have a psychological function. So just like the heart center is a center for love, giving, caring, and compassion, the basic chakras, the base of your spine, which is basically on your coccyx facing backwards, it's the energy center that controls your finances. Okay? Now, as I was previewing it earlier with some of you, when you want to materialize or manifest something in your life, it's actually a process. It's not some vague idea, oh yeah, I'm manifesting this. No, it's actually a process that happens in the energy world. So what happens is this. When you think of something, you go, oh, I want a new car. So that happens in your mental world. Some of you have studied, it happens in your mental body. Just like you have a physical body that allows the soul to move around the physical world, you also have an emotional body and mental body. This is your physical machine. You have an emotional machine. That emotional machine allows you to create emotion. You have a mental machine or computer that generates thoughts. Make sense? So when you think of something, you say, oh, I want a nice car. I need a car. So if you have somebody who could see energy, you can sense it. In your mental body, there's a thought of that new car. Now, at some point, if you put enough energy into it, as you think, oh yeah, that'd be nice, huh? You start looking at brochures, looking at the internet, and so on and so on. Guess what you're doing? You're feeding it. So it gets stronger and stronger. It generates in more and more energy. The path, the pathway for it to materialize is for that to drop in vibration. You say, what do you mean by drop in vibration? See, if I'm thinking of something, you don't know what I'm thinking of. But if I say, oh, I'm actually thinking of scratching my shoulder, and I do it, what happens? You could see it. If you're around here, you can hear it. And if your hand is there, you could actually feel it move. So you're talking from a thought which is vibrating high, like a mist, to something very material, tangible. Make sense? That's called manifestation, or to be more exact, materialization. The pathway for it to happen is to go from something ethereal, or even higher, high frequency, and then it drops in vibration to something emotional. So at first you go, oh, I like that new car. Interesting. Oh, yeah, it's got good features. And you start thinking. Before you go, yeah, I want it. So now the emotions get involved. Now you want it, right? Oh, I want it. So not only do you think about it, now you start feeling, yeah, I would look good in that car. I would feel this, I would feel that when I'm in that new car, whatever. So now it goes from this frequency to this frequency. Then you start noticing that not only do you feel like you want it, when you're free time, you go to the dealership. Or you do this, you see somebody with a car, you walk over and say, hey, buddy, what do you think of that car? And you go, if you're just thinking about it, you most likely won't do that. So that shows you the pathway that things materialize. Then before you know it, what happens? Your mind is congruent with your emotions, so you pull out your checkbook or whatever, you go buy a new car. You materialized it. So that pathway goes from high frequency to low frequency. By the way, what I'm sharing with you is the concept that we teach in the Kriya Shakti course, the art of materialization for prosperity. It's the pathway of going from something subtle to something material. In other words, it's like taking water vapor, turning it into water, and turning it into an ice cube. Now you're going, what's that got to do with forgiveness? I'm getting there. Your front back solar plexus is an emotional center, lower emotional center. In order for something to happen, your energy centers get involved. When you start thinking about it, this energy center called the Ajna chakra and your throat chakra starts spinning, lots of energy. Then when you start going, oh, I want it, then your heart and solar plexus get involved. Then when you actually move and do something to make it happen, the energy at the base of your spine starts going like that. Well, guess what? If the front and back solar plexus centers are blocked with so much anger and resentment, the energy going down on its way to manifesting or materializing comes to a screeching halt. That's why some of you, and all of us have experienced, I've experienced it before, you have a project, you want to make it happen, and guess what? Because of the stress of making it happen, you get angry, you're resentful, you're pissed off, and what happens? Anything that could go wrong. And you go, how come there's so many obstacles? Then you take a deep breath, do some meditation. You don't realize when you took a deep breath, taking a deep breath involves your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is the physical counterpart of your solar plexus chakra. So when you start doing deep breath, the solar plexus front and back start cleaning itself out. The energy starts moving down to your basic chakra. You go, oh, finally things are working. Am I making sense to any of you? So if you don't forgive, even though it's a completely different topic, you're angry because this guy hurt you, and this thing is a project or something you want to materialize, although there's completely separate subjects, the energy going down for it to materialize pass through the same highway. So if it gets stopped in the middle of it, different parts of your life get affected, especially something that you're trying to manifest. Make sense? So literally, forgiveness affects every part of your life. I know what you guys say, yeah, but that person doesn't deserve it. First of all, who are we to judge? But let's just say you're right. Look at it this way. The key is to understand it. Okay, they might not deserve it, But for me to hold on to all this anger, resentment, is double and tripling the negative effect. Not only am I pissed off with this person, so I'm holding that anger, resentment, it's affecting my finances and other parts of my life. What did that get you? Make sense? Plus, I'm going to share something that's pretty wild, and all of you know it, but somehow we seem to ignore it. The people who have hurt us, most of the time, they don't know they've hurt you, or even if they did, they don't know you're suffering, and most of the time, they don't care. So for you to hold on to it, it's just hurting yourself. So, the next thing you're going to say is something like this. You're going to go, well, if I forgive that person, then that person will continue to hurt me, abuse me, and then do it to somebody else. I completely agree. So I'm going to share something with you which is normally taught in the higher classes, but I'll share it with you because it's something that is, I think, in my life is major breakthrough. And I hope that it can help you. In one of the lectures, I remember my teacher, Grandmaster Chokoksui, said something very, very interesting, flat out mind-blowing. He said, you have to differentiate between inner forgiveness and outer forgiveness. Inner forgiveness, another way to explain inner forgiveness is spiritual forgiveness. In other words, every soul, every spirit is growing and evolving. And growing and evolving will involve making mistakes. That's why one time my teacher said, if you don't want to make mistakes, don't bother evolving and growing. It's part of spiritually growing up. So that means every soul is going to make a mistake on its path to perfection. Okay? Nobody's perfect, right? You keep hearing that. But in order to inch your way up to perfection, we have to screw up and learn from it. So, the way he explained it, something like this. He had his hand up like this, which I'm going to have you do. Go like this. Say, inner forgiveness is for all. Outer forgiveness is for most, not all. You go, what the heck are you talking about? So the way he explained it, something like this. Inner forgiveness means deep down in your soul, you realize this person is a person who's learning. They have not learned their lessons yet. Might be they're a young soul. So that's why they're screwing up, making mistakes. So regardless of the offense, spiritually, I forgive you. Hear me out. Externally, you might have to get a restraining order. You might have to sue them. You might have to tell them in their face, I'm going to tolerate this, you piece of nice flower. You get the idea? In other words, internally you forgive. Externally, you create boundaries. Now, if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have young children or teenagers or whatever, and they mess up, part of you goes, this must be karma. Because at that age, I've done dumber things. Maybe just come back and, right? You want to forgive them, you want to let them go. But part of you goes, if I show them that it's okay for them to do that, I'm ruining their life. Because they think it's okay and they'll continue to do it. So, you're grounded. Give me your cell phone. You're grounded, or, certain things are done to reprimand them. Internally, you love them, and you want to forgive them and just let the matter pass. But you go, I can't, because otherwise this person think it'll be okay. I might create a monster. Have you been there? When I was sitting there listening to him, it just blew my mind to go, that's the solution. That allows you to forgive and let go and still have order and boundaries in your life. The key is to understand it. Spiritually, I forgive you so I can go to bed, my body can sleep, I'll have inner peace. Externally, I have to create certain boundaries, certain rules and regulations, take legal action, whatever, so you don't continue to hurt people. And you learn your lesson. So you get the best of both worlds. Sheer genius. When I was sitting there, I go, mind blown. And so what happens is, when somebody hurts you, you just say, okay, I'm going to tolerate this. Of course, you do it your own way. But internally, you go, I forgive you. Now, one more thing I want to share with you, and then we'll go to the actual technique. Another thing he said, love binds two souls together. When you love someone, you love being around them, right? And, okay, for some of you who studied more, sometimes you look into someone's eyes and explosion. You go, wow, how come I look at this person, look at their eyes, and look through their eyes, and I go, I'm in love. Or, I just love this person. I love their soul. Because the eyes are the windows of the soul, and the eyes are the windows to the soul. Right? So as you look through the eyes, you're looking at who's behind the window. That's the spiritual self. And sometimes you go, I recognize this person. Because in previous lifetimes, you were probably, somebody very close to each other, either romantically or you used to work together in a temple, in ancient Egypt, whatever. In other words, love binds two souls together. It's a good thing. Then the way so all of us going, no, that's so nice. And then he goes like this. I remember in that lecture he goes, anger and hatred chains two souls together. I'm going, okay, I don't like this part, but I'll listen. Then he explained, in this lifetime, you might be business partners and something happened, not too good, so you vow eternal hatred to each other. Next lifetime, you could be siblings or husband and wife. In other words, the souls get closer and closer together to give both an opportunity to forgive and let go. So one time I think he was kidding. Maybe he's not. My teacher said, do you know what happens when two souls vow never to forgive? And we're sitting going, they end up being Siamese twins. Could you imagine the person you detest the most is going to poop and pee with you? Sleep with you the whole time. Isn't that the worst torture? That's why he said, that's why you have to forgive and let go. I go, yeah, that's good enough motivation. But you see, once you're able to figure out that forgiveness does not mean that everything they're doing is okay, then you can have order. Internally, you forgive. Externally, you don't have to show it. And you can say, God bless you. In your mind, you get, God bless you. I forgive you. I let go. Go away. That's fine. A lot of times, people just having that realization, they go, okay, good enough. So that's the understanding part. Now, some of you say, I get that, but I still can't forgive. It still hurts me. Understandable. Now we go to the technique. All right? Now, if you have a chance, we're going to teach this class sometime in the future online because we have no clue how it's going to open up in physical classes. I'm going to show this to you. It's called The Spiritual Essence of Man, the Chakras, and the Inverted Tree of Life. It talks about the Tree of Life. And I'm sharing this with you because on page something, I'll get to that something, it talks about, on page 124, if you have the book, it talks about alchemy. Ooh, lead to gold. Now, in ancient something, I don't know, Middle Ages or whatever, it talks about alchemy, right? And in alchemy, it talks about transmuting lead to gold or base metals to gold. Now, to put it in proper context, do you notice that, no, forget it. Let's just do it. Go like this. Press the center of your palms. Okay, go like this. Feel about the same, right? Now, put your hand like this. Verbally say the word anger to your hand 5 times. Go. Anger, 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 anger. Go like this. Say happiness 5 times. Happiness, 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 happiness. Put your hand like this. Compare. If you're sensitive, you notice anger is like, right? Okay, go like this, follow me. This is actually the secret here. Now compare. Ooh, it's the same. 2 lessons. Lesson number 1. When a person is full of anger and resentment, justified or not, the aura turns grayish in color and heavy, very similar to lead. You notice when you're with people who are always very loving, very gentle, happy, joyful, you're around them, you just, I like being around this person. It feels uplifting. Exactly the point. That's why when you say alchemy, there are many levels of truth. When a person's always angry, resentful, the whole aura is grayish. That's why when you're with them, you feel like, oh, this person's like a walking vomit, right? It's heavy. You're with the person who's always happy, or you're with them, you go, I don't know, just being with you, I feel happy and nice. Because the aura vibrates higher. Now, in art, it's interesting. You go to Buddhist temple, you see the Lord Buddha meditating, golden Buddha with golden flame. You go to Hindu temple, Oftentimes, a lot of the deities are made of gold. Yes? You go to Catholic Church, a lot of times you have images of golden saints, golden Christ, golden Mary. Notice that? A lot of that is actually what you call an open secret. It's to tell you when a person learns to forgive and transmute is changing lower vibration to higher vibration, which is the essence of alchemy. They're able to change that lead to gold from anger, resentment. They forgive and let go to open the heart and the crown so the aura turns golden. Now that said, he talks about this, that you have 3 alchemy centers. These 3 alchemy centers, which is on page 124, all right? One of them is called the Etheric Alchemy Center, which is behind your bell button. I know a lot of you who have studied the 7 centers, you've never heard of this. Exactly the point, because the 7 centers are not complete. If you ever studied with us, you know the 7 centers are good when you're starting to understand energy. It's a starting point. So if you want to grow, learn more. You have at least 11 centers, okay? So one of them behind the bell button. In Chinese, they call it Mingmen. Mingmen chakra means gate of life. That's the first alchemy center. The second one is behind your physical heart, called the back heart chakra. All right? That's the emotional alchemy center. The third one is your crown, your spiritual alchemy center. So let's play out the movie here. When a person's angry and upset, okay, let's say this is the front of the body, it's the back of the body, right? It builds up on the front solar plexus. They don't forgive. That emotion, that anger, resentment finally moves to the back solar plexus, creating a big, mountain of crap. So at some point, that negative energy drops down to the kidney area. Side note. Over the years, what my teacher told me, and we also noticed, when a person has a lot of anger, resentment, high probability of what do you call that? Malfunctioning of the pancreas. Because that chakra there is responsible. The front back solar plexus feed energy to your pancreas. Okay, what is that ailment? Insulin issue. I'm blanking out. Anyway, so from the back solar plexus, that negative energy drops down to the base of the spine. So from back solar plexus, it drops to the to the lower back, which affects your kidneys. And from there, it causes kidney issue. And when that energy drops down to the base of the spine, it starts to affect the person's finances and could cause cancer. Shocking, isn't it? All from being pissed off and not letting go. Anyway, so the question is, how do you fix it? You reverse the movement of diabetes. Thank you. At least somebody reminded me. So anger, resentment over time has a higher probability of causing diabetes. Now, I'm not saying everybody who's diabetic has a lot of anger, resentment. Okay, I didn't say that. But the conditions are such that that energy center that feeds energy to your pancreas, when it's stuffed with negative emotion, might cause the pancreas to malfunction. Make sense? So at some point, that negative energy dropped down to the kidney area. And I was told by a kidney dialysis technician, one of the classes, goes, it's interesting. One of the precursors of kidney failure is diabetes. I go, oh, I didn't know that. Now, if you take it further, that energy goes to the basic chakra, the base of your spine, could cause musculoskeletal issues and cell growth problems and financial issues. So the key, number one, is to intellectually, cerebrally, or whatever you call it, understand that it's better for me to forgive and let go. Okay? And from there, we go to the process of reversing the effect, which is taking all that negative energy, cleaning it out, and transmuting it into gold. You go, ooh, all right, that's a 30-minute lecture. Let's do the technique. So here's the plan. We're going to do the forgiveness technique, at least the public version. There's a more powerful version which I cannot share on the air because some of you have not taken the classes and it might be too strong for you. But we'll just do what we can. But I guarantee you'll have an effect on it. You'll have a benefit for it, okay? We'll do that, and once we release a lot of the anger and resentment, we'll just kind of move into the meditation twin hearts to really activate the heart. So the technique is very, very simple. Okay, we're going to go through it. You're going to put your hand like this, so we'll do it right now. Okay, sit comfortably. All right, you guys ready? Now, don't just sit there and go, oh, I'll watch. If you want to improve, I'm going to say move your ass, but just practice. Okay, put your hands on your heart. Ready? All right. I want you to think of someone you want to forgive. It could be something simple as somebody who said something not too nice to you or somebody who has hurt you. Okay, just pick one. I know some of you are pulling out pages and you're going, okay, let me see. Just one. Some of you have pages of it. Just pick one person, all right? Now, put your hand like this. The reason you do this is the fact that you're putting your hand on your sternum, it stimulates your heart and your fingers are pointing up. So it will take that loving energy and whatever energy and move it up to your crown. Remember, you're trying to move it from the mid-lower back to your heart to the crown. Okay, wait. Put your hand down. Let me just clarify. As long as that energy stays in your front and back solar plexus, it stays as anger and resentment. When it moves up to the heart, it turns to forgiveness and love. When it finally moves up to the crown, it becomes compassion. There's a difference. Forgiveness means I forgive you. Okay, you hurt me. Okay, I forgive you again. Okay, I forgive you again, right? Compassion is different. Compassion works like this. Haven't you noticed, like, when somebody's hurt you or doing something really dumb, at some point you go, I actually feel sorry for this guy. If that person continues to do what they're doing, in the end, they're just hurting themselves. I hope they learn the lesson and grow because it's hurting their family, his finances. I hope he improves. Ever been there? Guess what you just did? You went from, I forgive you, okay, I'll forgive you, to the point like, I wish you get better because you deserve to be a better person, or whatever. In other words, you rose above it, right? So it went from anger, resentment, to forgiveness, into compassion. The example I always use, when the Lord Jesus was on the cross, remember? He asked for water, they gave him vinegar. I mean, like, terrible things. What did he say? Did he say, Father, please make sure to burn them on both sides, barbecue them well done because of what they've done to me? He didn't say that. What did he say? Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. That's compassion. I remember a story where a monk, a Tibetan monk, went to the Dalai Lama. And he said to the Dalai Lama, he says, when I was captured, I was being tortured, I almost lost my compassion. And the Dalai Lama asked, what do you mean? I almost started hating them. I almost did. But luckily they let me go, or somehow he got out. So he goes, I almost got to the point that I stopped loving them. I'm sitting there going, wow, you are a saint. Compassion means you rose above. You're not just forgiving them, you actually want them to improve. And the beautiful thing about what we're sharing with you, and that's why, my teacher is a genius. As I always say, without my teacher, me know nothing. Okay? And the way he explained it is, once you're able to move that energy from anger, resentment, through the heart, turning into love and forgiveness, and go to the crown, at some point, you set a pattern. That's like in not ancient times, when you have those, good thing they're coming back, those long-playing vinyl records? Okay, I'm not talking about 8-track, okay? Some of you go, oh, that reveals my age. Okay, this that, the needle follows a song, and then if you scratch it, it goes somewhere else, and it jumps or whatever, right? Okay. So it's following a pattern. So what you're doing here is, the pattern before was anger, resentment, holding it in. But once you do this meditation over and over again, you're creating a different path. So what happens is when you get angry, instead of it building up again, since you already open up that little pathway that it'll move from your solar plexus to your heart to your crown, and you do this over and over again, you start noticing it's easier to forgive. And here's the clue. Here's the clue that you're moving forward. Okay, I want to share this with you because after the meditation, most of you will be so spaced out you won't remember what I said. Good thing this is going to stay online for a while. This is how you tell. You are able to let little things pass. In other words, one time they look at you, they didn't say hello, or they didn't whatever, before you go, now you go, anyway, these are trivial things, let the matter pass. To the extent that sometimes they say something hurtful, you go, Anyway, they probably had a bad day, you know. They probably had a difficult time. So I happened to be the first son they saw, so they just building it up. So they exploded him. Anyway, let the matter pass. So you start noticing that every day you go through life, it's like there's a joy in you because you're not holding on to people's crap. You're not always like, yo, you didn't smile at me. You didn't do this. It's like you're making a collection, an inventory of every mistake people make. You just let the matter pass. It's all right. That's how you stay in a beautiful state, as Tony says. Make sense? So I hope this is helping some of you. And I know it's a lecture's long, and some of you who like to complain, well, God bless you, go away. The fact is, once you understand it and you practice it, it becomes part of you. And that's what you want to do. Okay? So put your hands on your heart. Ready? Imagine the person you want to forgive in front of you. Now verbally repeat after me. Namaste. The I am presence in me honors the I am presence in you. Namaste. Now visualize that person physically turning into brilliant light. That is the soul. Again, you're not forgiving the body, you're forgiving the soul, right? So visualize the person in front of you turning into brilliant light. To that brilliant light, the spiritual self, say it. Namaste. The presence of God in me honors the presence of God in you. Namaste. Again, to that brilliant light, namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste. We are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving, and evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them, so can you. Namaste. Now, here's the critical part. Be aware of your back, inhale. Be aware of the back of your heart, inhale. Be aware of the top of your head, inhale. Put your attention above your head, exhale. Stay there, stay above your head. Just put your attention above your crown. Again, be aware of your back heart, inhale. Be aware of your crown, inhale. Put your attention above your head, exhale. Stay there. Just let your attention hover above your head. Again, be aware of the back of your heart, inhale. Be aware of your crown, inhale. Put your attention above your head, let it float above your head closer to the ceiling, exhale. One more time. Be aware of the back of your heart, inhale. The crown, inhale. Above your crown, stay there, stay there, stay there. Exhale. Now say to that light, you're completely forgiven. Go in peace. May you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. I wish that of you. Namaste. Now just be still. One more time. Be aware of your front and back heart. Inhale. Be aware of the crown. Inhale. Be aware of your few feet above your head. Exhale. Now say it. You're completely forgiven. Go in peace. May you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you also spiritually grow and learn from your mistakes. Again, one more time. Front and back heart. Inhale. Crown. Inhale. Way above your head. Inhale. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Exhale. Say it. You're completely forgiven. Go in peace. Again, be aware of your front and back heart. Inhale. Crown. Inhale. Above your crown. Stay there, stay there. Exhale. Say to that light, you're completely forgiven. Go in peace. Now maintain your awareness way above your head and keep talking. You're completely forgiven. Go in peace. God's peace and love be with my soul. God's peace and love be with you. You're completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. I release you. You're completely forgiven. Go in peace. May you be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. May you learn from your mistakes and spiritually grow. Namaste. I forgive you. I release you. May you be blessed with peace, love, and healing. So it is. Now look at me. Take a deep breath. Put your hand like this. Say, cut. Exhale. Cut. Cut. Okay? How do you feel? How do you feel about that person now? You still want to strangle them? Or you kind of feel like, whatever. It's almost, some of you, here are the possible reactions. One is like, yeah, it's less. Some people say, yeah, they're not as bad as I thought they were. Maybe I overreacted. Some of you go, who cares? Doesn't matter what you feel. You know why? The fact that it decreased in intensity, that means some of that anger, resentment turned into love and compassion. And the only thing you need to do with this, believe it or not, to make it permanent, is what they call in the shampoo industry, rinse and repeat. Just do it over and over. I mean, literally you go, okay, namaste. You know, basically what we did here. As you do this over and over again, you're basically extracting that anger, resentment, turning it into love, and turning compassion. At some point, once the front and back soul plexus get emptied out, you're going to go, what am I pissed off with this person anyway? Whatever. And you move on in your life. You don't even think about them anymore. Wouldn't that be nice? We've seen people that have been really hurt bad emotionally do this technique over and over again. At some point, you know what happened? They actually fell in love with the person they're angry with. Because they start to see, you know, this person needs love. That's why they hurt me. So they actually turned to compassion. It was mind-boggling. You know, instead of wanting to go, they actually go, I want to help this person. I'm going, are you serious? That's the difference. Then you'll know what the Lord Jesus was teaching called sacrificial love. Now, I don't expect you to be there right away. And even if you don't get there, it doesn't matter. The fact that you forgive and let go and you're at peace, good enough. Stop carrying that ball and chain. But some people, I better not say this. I think some of you might get upset. But I'll tell you anyway. Some people, they don't forgive so that if they don't succeed in their life, they have something to blame it on. Ouch. Think about it. Some people, they want to hold on to that resentment because it's their identity. Because when they forgive and they don't hold on to it anymore, and now it's like uncharted territory. Well, guess what? You can talk to many people who went past that, and it is a better life once you forgive and let go. So anyway, this is here. You can do it over and over again, as much as you like. I would recommend to have good results. You know, what we did it twice. You do it at least 5 times on the same person. That's literally mechanically, okay? Go through the whole thing. I'm not going to take the time to explain this or the details because, you know, a lot of you might or might not be interested. And the good thing is, just like a recipe, as long as you get the steps right, you will have the result, okay? And then in the future, or if you know, we have an opportunity to teach this class, then I'll go into in detail. In the meantime, you're welcome to get a hold of the book. We have a bookstore here, panicking.com or mastercode.org. There's a bookstore. Get a hold of it. Study it. And also, now, this is not an infomercial. This should help you out. Many years ago, we came up with this DVD. It says, Enhancing and Healing Relationship, the Energetic Approach. And in there is also the relationship technique that you can do it with each other. You can visualize your family, loved one, whoever you want to forgive, or they can join you and do the meditation, do it together. Okay? It's in there if you want it. It's called, yeah, you got a bunch of hearts. That one. All right. All right, let's do meditation twin heart, shall we? Okay, take your left hand, tap the center of your chest. Take your right hand, tap your crown. Raise your hand like this. First, imagine the earth in front of you, the size of a little ball in front of you. Right there. Smile. Now be aware of your heart and your hands. Flood the earth with beautiful pink light. Flood the earth with pink light, and we will use the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere, let me sow unconditional love. So bless the people that have hurt you. Bless the people that you've hurt. Flood them with peace and with love. You may also bless your family, your loved ones, people you work with. Let that beautiful pink loving energy spread to the city you live in, the state, the country. Let it spread throughout the entire earth. So be it. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Now, just to reinforce what we just did earlier, and just say, to all that I've hurt, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. I've learned from my mistakes. To all who have hurt me, we are all children of God. We are all growing and evolving. And evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes, so can you. I forgive you, I release you, and may you be blessed with peace, love, and spiritual growth. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, love, and forgiveness, and the spirit of reconciliation. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Let's bless all the people in the world who are going through difficult times, either being affected by the pandemic directly because their body got sick, or they got affected indirectly. Their finances, their job, their relationships got affected. May they be blessed with hope and faith and a better tomorrow. Visualize their lives improving, blessing them with hope, with faith, and a better life. So be it. Continue allowing your heart to open even more and flood the entire world with beautiful pink light. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Darkness is the ignorance of one's spiritual nature, a being of light. So flood the earth with so much light and awaken the people's understanding and knowingness they are being of light, the soul, the spiritual self, going through a journey of learning and growing. So be it. And where there is sadness, let me sow a tremendous amount of joy. Bless the earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. So be it. You might feel a gentle pressure in your chest, tingling in your hands. That's just the energy flowing. Just let it flow through you. Continue flooding the earth with beautiful pink light. Now, be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Lift that loving feeling from your heart up to the crown, and exhale. Again, from your heart, take a deep breath. Go up to your crown, and exhale. One more time, from your heart, inhale. Go up to your crown, exhale, and stay there. You might feel a tingling on your crown or a slight pressure. That's your crown expanding. So be aware of your crown in your hands. Now imagine beautiful golden light from your crown flowing through your hands, and flood your family with it. Bless your family with golden light. All your relatives, your friends, your acquaintances with golden light. Let the golden light spread to the city you live in, the state, the country, the surrounding countries, surrounding waters around you. Let it spread throughout the entire earth. From the heart of all loving God, through my crown, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Flood the earth with waves and waves of golden light, blessing the earth with peace, with love, and with kindness. So it is. Now, be aware of your heart and crown at the same time. Take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine rivers of golden light pouring out of your hands, even brighter than before. Again, be aware of your heart and crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, golden light pouring out of your hands. One more time. Be aware of your heart and crown. Take a deep breath. Pour golden light out of your hands and bless the earth. You and I are not the one blessing, we're just pipelines of this golden light. Bless Beirut and Lebanon. A lot of people were hurt in that explosion. Bless them with peace. Bless them with healing. Bless them with divine order. So be it. May the souls who have left their bodies be blessed with a safe and quick journey into the light. The ones who've been injured, may they be blessed with rapid and miraculous healing. May the country be blessed, be consoled of their pain. So it is. Now flood the earth with golden light. May the ones who've been affected by COVID-19 be healed. May the caregivers be blessed with healing light, with divine protection. May all the leaders of the world be blessed with wisdom, with courage to do what is right. May all be blessed, so be it. Continue flooding the earth with beautiful golden light from the center of the heart of all loving God through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all beings in every dimension be blessed with unconditional love and kindness. So it is. Now repeat with me to make this more intense. Our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one, we are one. And in this oneness, we ask for God's blessing for every person, every being, for peace, love, kindness. May all beings be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, physical healing, and for many, financial healing and relationship healing. May all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. Blessings be to all, without exception. So be it, and so it is. Now lower your hands on your lap. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine a beautiful golden light, a golden flame floating a few inches above your crown. Just look at that golden light. Be aware of the love within your heart. Allow that love to simply rise from your heart up to your throat, up to the center of your head, to your crown, a few inches above your crown, rising, rising, and entering that golden flame. Stay there. Your entire awareness and consciousness is now inside that golden light. I'm going to chant Om. Just listen from within that flame. Your entire awareness is inside that light. Om. Just be still. Let your soul chant Om with me, silently. Om. Allow your awareness to drift deeper and deeper into that golden light. Om. You are that light. Let go. You are immersed in brilliant light. You are immersed in an ocean of love. You are empowered with goodwill and the will to do good. Be still. Allow your awareness to drift deeper and deeper into that golden light. And just simply let go and let things be. Now. are that light. Let go. Let things be now. Gently, very slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Gently settle back into your physical body now. Raise your hands in blessing. We'll release the excess energy our bodies cannot absorb. First, imagine all the people you love in front of you. Flood them with massive amounts of golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spiritual oneness. So be it. Just flood them with so much golden light. And let that golden light spread to your workplace, your career, your job, your business. Flood it with golden light. Bless it with success, with progress, advancement, and prosperity. So be it. Let all be blessed. And bless Beirut and Lebanon even more right now. Bless them with peace, with love, with healing, and divine protection. So it is. There's also a jet, an Indian jet that crashed. May all those people be blessed. They're still looking. May they be blessed with divine protection and healing. So be it. Let all be blessed. And many people are being affected all over the world. May all be blessed. So be it. If you have a family member, a loved one, a friend who you know who's sick or going through difficult times, you have all this excess energy, bless them with golden light. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it, and so it is. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, we thank you. Personally to my beloved teacher, Master Choco Sui Mahaguji Mailing, thank you. In full faith, and so it is. All right. Open your eyes. Some of you go, do I have to? Anyway, we kind of overdid it. I was supposed to talk about short on forgiveness and meditation. Well, an hour went by. Oh well, as I always say, if you can't overdo it, don't do it. Anyway, I hope we gave you something you can use. Again, this can be online, so you're welcome to practice it again, over and over again. Just to kind of finish up, the ones who are new, we're going to do this. We're doing this Anchor to Light meditation 3 times a week, twice a day, so 6 times a week. Right? So the next one is coming up Monday, again, 10 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 a.m., 6 p.m. And the whole idea is the more of us that gather together, the bigger the spiritual pipeline, and let the energy flow through us and bless our loved ones, our friends, bless the planet. Okay? So other than that, that's it. I hope you learned something, you got something out of it, and we wish you well, wish you much happiness and joy. Leave a comment if you don't mind. I think this one turned off. Let me just turn it back on. All right. Just a few more things. Again, this is going to be online, so I hope you will practice the forgiveness meditation. It's very, very important that you do this over and over again. Because think about it this way. How long did it take you to build up all that negative emotion, negative thoughts? long time, and it's not for the same person. Hopefully it's not, right? But it builds up. So as you keep doing the meditation over and over again, you keep releasing and releasing. And the only way you'll have inner peace and happiness is much of that junk is out. So allow your heart, your crown to open, and more spiritual light comes in. Okay? I think that's pretty much it. And you can get a hold of the book if that's of interest to you. It goes in more detail. The relationship thing, again, if you're interested. We just want to give you tools that you can use. And our specialization is energy. And it's always easier if you deal with the energy first, because if the energy is right, the emotions and the thoughts become easier to deal with. All right? I think that's it. Again, please leave us some comments, and we'd like to hear from you. I think that's it. Next weekend, people keep asking. I'm just gonna post it again because people ask. So we're having the Achieving Oneness class where we go in to find out your real identity, your spiritual self, the higher soul. So the information's there. I think that's it. Okay. Namaste, everyone. We wish you much happiness. Have a wonderful, fantastic weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. I think that's all the good wishes. Okay. Namaste. You guys take care. Good night. Stay super energized. Be happy and healthy. Okay, we turn this off. Turn that off.